February 6th, Sunday. And of course, I've been watching the news, particularly, or specifically, the Freedom Convoy movement, which I'm greatly in support for. I see it as the catalyst to a positive change that, in my opinion, the country needs. Unity. The unity. Canadian patriotism is what I'm calling it, because that's what I see it as. That's what I've always imagined real patriotism looking like, is Canada showing itself to right or wrong. And I'm all for them. The wrongs that have been committed by our governments, specifically in the last 2 years, since November 2019. Now, there were many that I disagreed with politically prior to that I think leads up to the present situation to a degree. But all of those little degrees added up to what we have today. And we have a fragmented country. We have a government that has continued in the last 3 decades to work more independently of the public opinion and the good of the nation. They've worked to unify global everything, whether it be trade, whether it be whatever. And I'm not saying all of that stuff is necessary. My gripe is that we've lost control of who we stood for, Canadians. We've got no real manufacturing. All of our farming has gone to big corporations. And don't kid yourself, what is left of the little farmers aren't so little anymore, and they're corporations within themselves. It's the way the industry has gone. Either grow with the industry or get bought out. And, well, we've seen a lot of it get bought out. We've seen this sustainable development initiative that they've got going, that in ideology it's a good idea to manage it, but what they're initializing in the process is a way to grab land, homes, at least control of your homes and your independent lives each and every day. That is the freedoms that they're fighting for, in my opinion. And that's that fight that they're bringing to Parliament represents me as a Canadian in many degrees. You know? I took surprise and a little bit of joy out of Poilievre announcing his leadership unexpectedly. My suspect was that when O'Toole turned around and lost leadership, that the Liberal Party and Trudeau in particular were going, oh fuck, you know, like right away. It was like, okay, there's a race here and a challenge, and a new face of politics coming, you know. And obviously with some of the support that the MPs had shown non-mainstream media, that it would somehow generate a real backlash for the Liberal Party. Now that Poilievre came out and ahead of his own party, and unexpectedly announced, I'm thinking that Trudeau's going, I'm fucked, and the Liberal Party's going, oh shit, or vice versa. I can't see Trudeau going up against an election and surviving, the party surviving. What are you looking for? It's not up here. You can find it. Oh, you're cheating. That's another one. I think that they're going to have a leadership debate here right away, and I think there's a likelihood, a probability, I'd like to think of it as a certainty, that Trudeau would be removed from Liberal Party leader. But at the same time, definitely hope that Christina Freeland is not his successor, because you just jumped right out of the frying pan into the fire. Her, among others, and I think it's shown itself in what the Liberal Party has carried through, and especially how she reacts to these issues that are brought up during the House debates. It's like this woman was groomed by Klaus Schwab in his in his formation of the School for Future Leaders. Him and many others around the world that are sitting there waiting, abiding their time, and now I think is that time in Canada, to turn around and quietly slide into positions of power so they can finish off what these guys have started. What we've seen happen in the last 2 years in Canada is, well, first of all, look at it as data from the government. Think of the security that they're running here. Think of how the people have reacted, how they've really got the pulse of the nation, how it all came about, the oversteps that they made, but how far they got. That's the most important. How far they pushed for 2 years before the people finally spoke. And it took a leader. It took somebody to break the silence, and then everybody fell down behind him. And that is typical of Canadians and Canadian protests. Somebody has to speak loudly enough to the nation in order to get their attention. And that's what we're missing in this country, is good leaders, good civil leaders and good political leaders. People who will stand for what this country is. My philosophy has always been, you fucked me once. Okay, you didn't know better, but I'm cautious. You fucked me twice. Okay, now, you should have known better, and the relationship ain't the same. You fucked me 3 times, you're a waste of my time. You're canceled. You don't exist anymore. That might seem rigid and cold, but I've given a few people that I really cared about several chances, and it just proved to be devastating. It changed my outlook on people and friendship and loyalty, and hey, you, bring it here. I get it. I got it. Look at it. Look out now. Hey, leave it. I'm gonna do an argument. Okay. I think that's gonna keep it out of there for a couple of minutes. Nope. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a beef with somebody or prejudice against somebody. It's gonna be the individual that fucked me. And only to a degree, the people that supported them, because my first assumption is going to be that they don't know the whole story. They've heard one side of it. So those people, I guess, would be placed in maybe land. Maybe they come up to me, maybe they don't, maybe we're friends, maybe we won't. That doesn't seem all that unreasonable to me, though. So I don't consider it cold. You're back. I gotta get a bigger tree. Huh? You're a goof. Take a break. You lay down. You take a break. Hey, you can wait for a minute. Go for a walk. No, you leave it now. Go get a smaller stick. Can you find a smaller one? Hmm? Oh, poor hard done by dog. So yeah, I'm going to be pissed off at that one individual. Hey, leave it. Ah, don't argue with me, goof. What's that? What is it? Anyway, that's that one. I'm ready for another one here. Nice day. She keeps falling over. All right. Having problems with it, huh? Good. Glad to hear it. Can you get it? Got it in there pretty good this time. Wish Adrian was here.